Hello, I'm Romain Teyteau from Duboeuf Wines. I'm really happy to be here remotely with you today to celebrate the release of Duboeuf Beaujolais Nouveau. Let me tell you a little bit about this French tradition of Beaujolais Nouveau. Means new in French, and Beaujolais is the region in the south of Burgundy where we make wine, called Beaujolais. Beaujolais Nouveau is therefore the first wine of the harvest from Beaujolais, the new wine. It's a tradition that goes back as long as we've been making wine in Beaujolais. And you see, when you're a winemaker, sometimes when you make wine, you want to know what the wine is going to taste like after a few years or after a few months. You want to know if you made a really good wine this year. And Nouveau is basically wine that you make quickly, bottle, wait for a few weeks, and you drink it on the third Thursday of November to know what the future vintage is going to taste like. It's just like when you're baking cookie. Sometimes you eat the dough before you bake the cookie just to know how the cookies are going to taste like. It's the same here. When you make good Beaujolais Nouveau, that means that the vintage is going to be good. So the tradition goes back many hundreds of years ago, but it really became popular in the 1950s and 1960s in France, when people were just making race to Paris to be the first to deliver the barrels and the bottles of Beaujolais Nouveau to the Parisian bistros. So it became a big celebration, and people would just wait for hours in their bars and restaurants for the first barrel and first bottles of Beaujolais Nouveau. And when they came, they were shouting, "Le Beaujolais Nouveau est arrivé," the Beaujolais Nouveau has arrived. And after France, our friends from England made it very popular, taking the race to another level. They were just rushing to London from Beaujolais by plane, by race car, all means possible to be the first to deliver wine in London. And after the UK, it really became very successful in the US in the early 1980s. And we've been selling and producing wine for the US for over 40 years now, and we're very happy for that. So it's a French tradition. It's all about being with the people you love, celebrate life, celebrate the vintage, the year. You know, sometimes we have good year, bad years. They are all different, and so is Beaujolais Nouveau. And this year, Beaujolais Nouveau, for me, it's all I love about the Nouveau. It's fresh, fruity, flavorful. You're gonna find that nice small fruits, small berries flavor. It's going to be very light, very charming, very gourmand, as we say in French, very flavorful, and not a pretentious wine in any way, just a wine of pleasure, of sharing, and of living the moment with your friends around you. So I remotely raise a glass to you all. Thank you so much for keeping the tradition alive. I hope you celebrate and you open as many bottles as possible within reason. And I'd like to thank the French-American Chamber of Commerce for their very long partnership. We are very proud to be part of this family year after year for many decades now. We're very proud of all the support that everybody is doing for throwing this event. And also I'd like to thank the French-American Foundation to support the French educational and cultural initiative. A lot of you do that by passion, and we also do wine by passion, and I'm really happy to share that with you. So I thank every one of you to be here, and cheers to Beaujolais!